Welcome back to another video, guys. So earlier this morning, we talked about the breaking news from last night about the updated HEROES Act, or the HEROES Act 2.0. In this video, I want to focus on the question which I'm sure all of you have. Will the updated HEROES Act pass the House and Senate and finally get signed by the President? In order to answer this question, I'll cover the status of negotiations on this bill between Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin, and also go over a few details of some of the items that are in there that might cause issues with Republicans. I hope you guys appreciate these updates where I digest the news and give it to you in short, simple videos. All I ask in return is please hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so I can update you on everything regarding the second stimulus check and second stimulus package, plus more money and finance news. So how are negotiations going on this updated HEROES Act? Well, Nancy Pelosi's staff said that Steve Mnuchin and Pelosi spoke on the phone last night at 6:30 p.m. They spoke again this morning at 9:30 for 50 minutes going over the provisions of the bill, and they agreed to talking again tomorrow. Probably Steve Mnuchin is going back today to President Trump to tell him where they stand on things, and they'll get on the phone again tomorrow. So far, this is all good. None of them went out and said the other side is crazy and pointing fingers like they did in the prior negotiations. Actually, Nancy Pelosi said the conversation with Mnuchin was positive, and when she was asked if they might reach an agreement this week, she said she's hopeful and that they will come to a bipartisan agreement that will remove all doubt that the legislation will pass and be signed by the president. All right, so far, so good. Very good, actually. This is very good news. Now, as far as numbers, there's good news and bad news. $2.2 trillion is not horrible. It's $1.2 trillion less than the original HEROES Act, but it's still sort of high. Steve Mnuchin and Mark Meadows were good with something around 1.3 to 1.5 trillion, but President Trump said his top line is $2 trillion. So we're very close to that. And there could be room to cut another $200 billion from this updated HEROES Act, which I think at this point the Democrats should agree with and just pass something quickly. Especially when you do cut some of the things that are not super urgent and are not very related to the pandemic. A big issue that is in this bill that the Republicans are going to argue against is the SALT tax cap removal. This was in a small subtitle on its own under the section of economic stimulus, and it was just a one-liner. It says, eliminates the limitation of the deduction for state and local taxes for the 2020 taxable year. This is something the Republicans are very much against because it basically will just help wealthy people on the East Coast and the West Coast to avoid paying higher taxes. So this one line in the bill will probably go away before this bill is approved. Another issue that will cause problems and they have to negotiate is the $600 per week in unemployment, especially that it is a flat rate not tied to your lost wages. Republicans have been against this since May. They don't want people making more money on unemployment than they were before they lost their jobs. This will be a part of the negotiations for sure. So if they can negotiate down to anywhere between $300 and maybe $450 per week, that will shave off a few billion from the bill. Also, stimulus checks. Having stimulus checks go to individuals without social security numbers will be something that Republicans will not like. Another thing is that the bill has a ton of things that are not directly related to the pandemic, and that happens a lot with stimulus packages, unfortunately. So Republicans are going to argue with that. For example, the bill has $45 million for Fish and Wildlife, $900 million for Bureau of Indian Affairs, $50 million for the Environmental Protection Agency, $135 million for the National Endowment of the Arts, $135 million for the National Endowment for the Humanities. The architect of the Capitol, not sure what that is, but $181.5 million for bulk purchasing and distribution of face coverings for members and on-site staff, as well as gloves and thermometers. I mean, I know masks are expensive, but $181 million? I don't know. Then there's safe banking for cannabis businesses. They want legitimate cannabis businesses to be able to get access to banking products and insurance. We know that Republicans are not fans of anything related to cannabis. They have $8.5 billion for substance abuse and mental health service administration. Now, it's not a matter of whether these things are needed or not, or important or not. The idea here will be if these departments of government and businesses really need this money because of the pandemic or not, and if they need this much money. Now, yes, I personally believe something like the substance abuse and mental health is a huge issue because of this pandemic, but that's just one of the items. There are many in there that the Republicans will definitely frown upon, but that's why we have negotiations going on right now. maybe we can take away some of the things that are completely unnecessary and maybe come down on the numbers on other things, and that should get us to a nice bill. But overall, the bill has a lot of great things and very useful things that we, the people, need urgently. We got stimulus checks, more PPP money, EIDL grants, money for schools. There's $225 billion for that now. There's food aid, $10 billion for SNAP to cover increased costs and adding flexibility. There's $400 million for women, infants, and children, and $450 million to help food banks. The bill has also $21 billion for housing assistance, where it provides direct assistance with mortgage payments, property taxes, property insurance, utilities, and other housing-related costs. $50 billion in emergency rental assistance to help low-income renters at risk of homelessness. $436 billion for state and local government, which is actually a very good number, nowhere close to the original 915 or 965 billion they wanted in the last HEROES Act. There's money for airlines, money for airports, and money for restaurants, industries that have been really badly hurt during this pandemic. So this bill definitely has a lot of good things that can get bipartisan support. It just needs a little bit of cleanup to have the White House to agree to it, so they can get the Republicans in the Senate agree to it and finally pass this bill. So the plan here is have the House and the White House agree, then have the House vote on it, pass it, move it to the Senate, then they vote on it and pass it, and then the president sign it, and we finally have a fully signed and approved stimulus package with stimulus checks going out like 1 or 2 weeks from that date the president signs it. So keep your fingers crossed. These are going to be crucial couple of days coming up. So let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Are we actually getting closer and closer to a bill finally passing and signed? I don't know, we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos for you. Also, make sure to check the link in the description for the SoFi Money account, which is a checking/savings account. It's not for stocks, it's not for investments. If you open an account using the link below and deposit $500, you'll get a $50 bonus. Then you can refer your family and friends and anyone you know and get $50 from every referral up to $10,000 per year. So that's a good way to make some extra cash. Also, don't forget to get your 2 free stocks from Webull, potentially worth up to $1,600 when you deposit only $100, which is just like cash. You can take it out anytime you feel like it. All the links are in the description below. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.